And now, President Trump, he continues to tweet about the need for a border wall. Our next guest says we need more than just a wall. Howard Buffett is with us. Now, I should explain, he is the son of Warren Buffett. He's on the show because of that book. He wrote it, Our 50-State Border Crisis. Howard Buffett is with us now. Actually, there's a subtitle, How It Fuels the Drug Epidemic Affecting All 50 states.
Absolutely.
That's the subtitle.
Yes, sir.
So I presume, regardless of your politics or your dad's politics, you want to build a wall.
Well, it's very important to have structures and barriers across the border. But building a single wall that helps conceal people on the backside of it in Mexico does not help Border Patrol. And there are a lot of areas where a border wall just won't work.
Okay, but you're in favor of a structure
Absolutely.
of some kind of border security different from what we've got now, because what we've got now is not working.
Well, what we've got now, there's two issues. One is we need to improve what we have. If you go across one of our ranches, just one of them, with
you own property right there.
Yes, you'll find 8 different types of border fencing. Most of them are ineffective. Okay, they're old, they're poor material, so those are not effective. That needs to be upgraded, and that can be upgraded. So that's one of them.
We're not arguing here about whether we have some kind of way of stopping people coming across. That's not the argument. What we want is a way of stopping people coming across. We want to fix that border. We're in agreement on this.
We're in agreement that structures are needed, but I won't agree that a structure in itself is going to stop people from coming across the border.
Okay, what's the impact of those coming across the border? You write in your book about a flood of drugs. Is that what's going on?
Absolutely. I mean, I was out Saturday night as sheriff in Macon County, Illinois, and 2 out of the 4 arrests we made are drug-related. Drugs have just become so commonplace across this country, and you, with the people that you typically have viewing your program, should be really concerned about how it's going to impact our future business and our ability to hire people for businesses.
Fair point. Now, the drugs coming across the border, the most dangerous one in my mind is fentanyl.
Well, fentanyl is extremely dangerous, but what often gets missed is fentanyl is just one of many different synthetic drugs. Sure. So we have people that are dying in Illinois today from something called Flocka, which is a completely different synthetic drug, and it's just starting to hit us. The biggest challenge for law enforcement is that those drugs, the legislation can't keep up with the synthetic drugs. So we know that certain drugs are killing people, but we actually can't arrest people for possession of it.
Now, I see the badge you're wearing there. You are a deputy sheriff, I think, right?
I'm actually the sheriff of Macon County, yeah.
Wow. Whoa. I'm sorry. You are the
Sure, that's like saying you're his assistant or something.
Wait a minute. You are the sheriff of a border county.
No, in Illinois, I'm the sheriff, and I have volunteered for 5.5 years in Cochise County, which is on the border. In Cochise County, which has 83 miles of border.
Okay. So what's the main thrust of the book? Is it to seal the border, or is it to do something about drugs?
Well, it's both, except you can't really be successful with our drug issue unless you do seal the border up. And that's kind of, again, everybody wants a soundbite, make it sound really simple. It's not simple. I mean, even if we have success sealing the border up.
But you want to seal it up. That's the key word here. I don't care how you go about it. If you agree in principle, you got to seal it up. I think we're in agreement.
We are in agreement on that. You've got to stop people from bringing drugs into this country across the U.S.-Mexico border.
We're in agreement. You've got to stop people coming across the border.
We are.
Yeah. Now, what do you think's going to happen when this caravan of migrants arrives at the southern border? You know what's going to happen, don't you?
Well, and that's part of the issue of not having border security, is that people believe they can cross the border. So if people believe they can cross the border, they're going to continue to come to the border.
Are you a Trump supporter on this? On the border issue, are you a Trump supporter?
I'm not taking a political position on it. I will tell you that those people that are coming across Mexico, whether they're immigrants or whether they're drug mules, it's not doing our country a good service to allow them to just walk into our country. But that goes beyond politics, in my opinion. You have 65,000 people a year now dying of drug overdoses.
Sure.
That's Republicans and Democrats. So it's not a political issue, and that's part of the problem, is making it a political issue.
Would you mind if I just went on completely off the reservation and asked you a question?
I expect you to.
Yeah. And I will. Your dad.
Yeah.
Worth, what, 60 or 70 billion dollars.
I stopped counting a long time ago.
The richest people in the world. Now, when he passes, he's going to give most of his money to the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation.
Well, he's already giving a lot of money to 5 foundations.
Well, why doesn't he give it to you?
Well, I'm perfectly happy with that. I think my sister and brother would tell you that we're all perfectly happy with what he's given us. He's given us a lot of money. We gave away $180 million last year. That's a lot of money. It'd be pretty hard to be sheriff of Macon County or do some of the other things I do if I had to give away, you know, $1 billion or $2 billion a year. I'm perfectly happy with what we're doing.
Do you share your dad's politics? Because I've clashed with him a few times about tax cuts.
Well, I've clashed with him a few times too, so we're in agreement there too. So.
Nice try, young man. Nice try. Howard, it was a pleasure.
Thank you.
I wish you well with the book. I'm sure it'll be a great success.
Thank you very much.
Thanks a lot.